That's sickening. That is sick.
Yeah. Yes. I'm trying to wait until Melissa Coral and Amber, I think, do what they need to do. And then I will push for charges.
I respect that. She's waiting to pursue charges for animal cruelty and all of that stuff until after the girls are taken.
As far as the kitten. The only thing I'm trying
because
to do
of repercussions.
Everybody's asking is literally just get it documented. That's it. Have a paper trail. That's it. Just another paper trail piece of information that
yep.
could help
Hello.
the others that are doing this whole thing.
No, Tampa homeless.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Those girls don't need to see that, hear that, smell that, be around it. It's dirty. It's nasty. They can get very ill. They probably don't have their shots themselves, their vaccines. They're not clean people. They're going to dig up these animals' bodies.
She said there has to be,
and then they're going to carry them around with their fucking hands, and they're going to dig up bodies, dead bodies of kittens, or I mean, of puppies, and carry them around with them until they have the money to get them cremated. So that's how they're getting money right now. This is their grift today. And you know where they buried them? In downtown Tampa, in the business area. Just one of those trees with fancy rocks underneath it. They just put them in there.
Have you ever watched like Jeffrey Dahmer and all these other, serial people that have done really bad things? They all started with animals.
She, I thought, was digging up the dogs. I thought she was. But no, Hunter is going to dig up the dogs.
It's just
she's on her way to where that is.
When I first jumped in your live, I had tunnel vision.
Karma, sorry, they don't answer.
That's sitting in the back of my mind.
I've been watching this live stream for like 2.5 hours, and I've been consistently asking question after question after question, and nobody has answered me. It is clicky over there. Nobody will answer you unless you know them, apparently. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gone. But
I 100%. I get what
animals are like they're like family members.
I don't hang out anywhere I'm ignored. If you ignore me, then I'll stream you when I find it interesting and I want to talk about it.
I've seen it, right? There was a page somewhere on TikTok.
I literally fucking exist, and I'm tired of being ignored when I go in places. Fucking sick of it.
I can't remember. And it was about people just, I don't want to say the word on here because I don't want to get her restricted, but like someone that's going to hit, you know what I mean? Like severely.
I love you too.
That word.
I love you guys.
Animals. I'm like, why? And they would report this page to TikTok and they wouldn't take it down. It's sickening.
And the text from him saying he'll shake the little one if she cries a lot. What?
I don't know. They're like family members to me.
Look, watch.
To me, they're like babies.
Watch.
I don't know. This just hits home for me all the way around because I agree with you, Robin. If they're capable to do that, they'll do it to it. Up 100%. Everybody knows I had a little dog named Ollie. I brought him to California with me when I was going through all my stuff. And when I was going through my divorce and I lost my place, I placed him with
I'm on my Mama Duck account, so they might answer. And, but on my Barbie one, they didn't. So but I doubt that they will.
Animals. I love my little Ollie. Everybody knows that. I was like my child, for God's sakes. That dog went with me everywhere. So I have a heart for animals. I was a young mother. I have kids of my own, 5 little kids, around the same ages of these children. So, and this is happening in my own backyard, in my own city. So it's just infuriating that just things continue to happen, bad things continue to happen, and it just keeps getting pushed to the side.
Yeah, law enforcement, there is something else. It really is.
No, they really are. Like, this is just fucking insane.
And there were people in the chat saying, let him rest in peace. Don't get him. Let him. They're not resting in peace because they're going to be. Someone's going to get him. Did Judge play the live part?
Okay.
She played the one on. What do you call it? She played the one
where they said they were
talking about it. Yeah, where they were going to get him.
Yeah.
I waited for 2 hours for them to play a video, a like 20-second clip.
A really weird video. Yeah, he's gonna
ridiculous. Get your shit together.
Did you see where he freaked out when he seen me enter the chat? She called me the animal lady, and I entered the chat. I just watched it from the window. He blocked me, and they went off. They called me a fat ass and all sorts of shit. I was laughing.
I gotta get my charger. I recorded that, so I'm about to turn them off and you can watch it.
Oh, my bad. But yeah.
You know what? Usually somebody that body shames you is usually, to be honest with you, most of the time, they're insecure within themselves. So don't let people body shame you. You know what I mean?
I'd rather them do it to me than anyone else. Because I love how I look. I am okay with my body. I'm okay with
I
that.
hate
So
whenever
when
people
they
say that. I'm glad they're doing it to me and not anyone else because I'm strong enough to handle it.
It's just funny.
They shouldn't be doing it at all. That's not like I wish they would do it to me because I'm so
and
strong.
Call me a fat ass. Fuck you. I had to laugh.
That doesn't make you cool, Linda.
I just had to laugh. And yes, I said crackhead. I'm gonna stand on that.
Right. There's just so much going on, guys.
Thank you for doing what you did, hon. I appreciate you. Sorry.
You're welcome. I mean, all I can keep doing is sending case numbers. And, I understand people are trying to do things virtually from afar. But it's like at the same time, it's like all of Tampa is now watching this shit. Or most people from Tampa are now watching this shit. And obviously it doesn't make people too happy. And, literally what these people are doing is putting their own children in danger. Like, not only are they a danger to these children, but they're actively putting their whole selves and these children at risk daily on the internet by posting their whereabouts, where they're at, what they're doing in Tampa. Because, I don't know if you're familiar about
I'm going to have to restart because it's on. I have it on this phone.
Look up the Holiday Inn in Tampa, Florida. Just look up Holiday Inn, Tampa, Florida, and look up the news report with that case. And you're going to be like, holy shit. Yeah, people in Tampa don't take things lightly when it comes to people coming here and saying and doing things that aren't appropriate. Because the last person who did that ended up on the news, and not in a good way. Legitimately.
What?
So, you literally see 2 cars pull up on this person, and people got out the cars. I'm talking 4, 5, 6 people deep got out the cars, and boy, that did not end well at all. Just look up Julio Fulio. It's all over the news in Tampa. Julio Fulio, Tampa, Florida, Holiday Inn. You'll see how this ended up. So
Fulio.
So it's like they're actively putting themselves in danger every time they go live.
How you spell Julio? J-U...
I mean, I'm about ready to hire a private
L-I-O?
And let the private detective get everything and then go ahead and turn in the whole case to the state.
These kids are in danger.
Here you go.
Because these kids are in danger. These kids are in danger. I'm telling you, they're in danger. Like when people get a location of a person in Tampa, bro, there are bad people here everywhere. And people don't take lightly.
Karma, I'm really shocked because DC
has damn.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. DCS doing nothing about it. Because here's the thing: is these people go live, right? They've dropped their location. They've said where they're at. They consistently go live and show where they're at. Right?
Yep.
And here's my whole thing.
And they've got two little girls with them.
There are bad people in Tampa. There are people that have been up the road, done time, all sorts of shit, right?
Yep.
So you got to understand, most people like that don't take fondly when stuff are done to women and children. That's just a very sensitive topic. Women and children, even in prison. Okay, if there are people in there that committed crimes in prison on women and children, what happens to them? You see what I'm saying? So these people are not only an active, immediate danger to their own grandkid and children, right? They're putting their whole self at risk and the children on a daily basis every single time they go live. Because do you not think that there are people sitting in Tampa watching this shit in real time going, man, they're doing stuff to these kids, and man, they're doing stuff to this woman, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and that people aren't going to react a certain way to that? I told you. Look up the case Julio Fulio on the internet. There's a dude that talked a bunch of shit, dropped his location in Tampa at a hotel at the Holiday Inn, and them two cars pulled up, 8 people deep, jumped out the cars, and man, it didn't end well. So I'm trying to tell you, Tampa is not safe when it comes to certain areas. These hotels are not safe. And when you drop your location, there are people that got connections with people that work at these hotels. Okay, so when you think you're safe at these hotels, you're actually not, because many people got connections to people in Tampa. You don't think friends and family work at these hotels?
Can I ask you a question?
They're not safe.
I want to ask you a question because, like I told you, I have a very close friend who's a supervisor in the DCF office. I have a question to ask you, because normally, in order for them to remove a child, right? The child has to be, I know, let me finish expressing myself, and then you can opine. Normally, the child needs to be in an immediate danger, right? They have to find that the child is in either in poor living conditions or in immediate danger. So when they come out to see this child, right, automatically going to see the child is living in a motel room, right? There's 2 beds.
Yep.
That passes. Now they're gonna look like, does the child have any bruises? Does the child have any physical evidence on it? No. If they don't have any bruises, that passes. Then they're gonna obviously they're really not supposed to interrogate like a minor, but if they get like a court order where they can interrogate the minor, pull them aside, say, hey, have you ever done this? Do you feel
they do that? You don't need a court order to interrogate a minor.
Is because they have not found that the child is in immediate danger.
That's not interrogating a minor. Talking to CPS is not.
They only either like, and again, like you have to.
What is this bitch talking about?
Like, you're not complying by taking your kids to school. Are the kids old enough to go to school? That's the next question. How old are these kids?
No, they're not old enough to go to school. Next.
They're young.
3 and 5.
Both under 6 years old. They're like 5 and like, I can't remember the other age, but they're
3 and 5.
Like
I know more about this.
They're still young. So this is the reason why the Department of Children and Families is not doing anything. And I'm telling you, because when I worked in New York, this is exactly how you could call them, but if they don't.
Let me explain something. Tampa DCF has a different standard, and this is what I was trying to touch on. I think it was yesterday. Okay, DCF in Tampa has a different kind of standard than like courthouses, judges, custody issues, those kinds of things. The standard for DCF is bare minimum. So let me explain what I mean by bare minimum. Bare minimum means that if they have a can of SpaghettiOs and fucking Chef Boyardee, and they have a tent to sleep in, because in Tampa, the DCF has straight up told me they allow families that are homeless to sleep in the woods in tents with their children.
What?
They define that as a living, that's perfectly fine. That's their housing. That's their living. That's how they live. You can live in a tent in the woods in DC, on DCF standards in Tampa. You can have a jar of SpaghettiOs,
holy
a blanket,
fuck,
water, and a tent, and they consider that perfectly fine. You can keep your kids in a situation like that. So if I'm homeless,
That blows my mind.
and if I have a tent, a blanket, water, and SpaghettiOs in my tent, my kid now passes the safety inspection with DCF according to Tampa's regulations, which I think is bullshit, to be honest.
Kindergarten is going to be rough if the child isn't potty trained. Every child is so different, though, that it's not even. Look, my oldest. I think he got potty trained by 4.
What?
The one that has
Holy
Asperger's,
shit.
the one that's special needs, the one that has Asperger's, he was potty trained by the time he was 3. My 4-year-old daughter, that is a smart fucking cookie, and Karma can tell you how she fucking talks and runs her mouth, is 4 years old, and she cannot seem like either she's scared of the toilet, she'll go, but she refuses to, go to the potty. So every child is so different, though, with the whole potty. And
How old is
I
yours?
agree with that, but
I don't know. Bubba was really easy. I don't want to say oh my gosh, that's crazy, because
still going to be in a diaper by
mine was easy. I don't want to.
Don't believe me, you guys can go back on my videos. You guys can look at my lives. My lives go back.
Every kid is different, I guess.
You can go watch all
every
of my
kid's
lives.
different.
It goes back a whole fucking year. You could click on them and watch them. I shit you fucking not. Go back and watch the one. I think it's around June 12th of 2025. You could go rewatch my lives up to
But still,
year
what is
ago
her kids
and see
being
what was said and
potty
what
trained?
happened.
Oh,
You will see me
see?
talking to a DCF caseworker on one of these lives, okay? And in the live, as I'm talking to the DCF worker,
every kid's
she
different.
straight up says in the live, you're allowed to live in a tent in Hillsborough County. I'm literally, I for a whole hour, of over 2 hours, I was being interviewed by a DCF worker, and she was on my live.
Yeah, exactly.
I told her that I refused to talk to her unless I was able to keep running my live stream. I talked to this woman for 2 fucking hours, and this woman told me straight up, we have families living in tents in Hillsborough County. And as long as you have a tent for your child, you are allowed to keep your children, and we will not remove them. I swear to fucking God, this is on a live stream. They go back a year.
There's someone that said, and why would an HIV clinic give housing voucher and not give them meds for it? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I call that, and this is my opinion. We all have our own opinions. I highly doubt that the clinic is giving her a voucher. That has to go through the state. First of all, it's through the state that is the one that gives you the voucher. Okay, and then the city,
autistic,
where you go,
that's
different. You live, if they have openings, right? Their Section 8 openings or their housing openings, they have a list of 300 people. They're gonna go and give that voucher to somebody who's actually disabled and can't work. That's how it goes. It goes based on the person.
Exactly. All children are different.
You have to have vouchers. I know someone that lives in Fort Myers, a friend of a friend.
That's not Tampa, Miami.
But it don't matter. It's all
housing vouchers in Tampa.
Wait. She has
vouchers. We have no rapid
she has
housing
a friend
vouchers.
in Fort Myers with CPS. Is this the leak? Miami's leaky. Fucking shit.
Why didn't they?
Someone tell G. We found her.
Because I'm still on the wait list. It's not
right. That's what I'm saying. There's a waiting list, right? So how would she just come from God knows where and get a voucher?
There's no vouchers or help for housing in Tampa right now.
But Amy said there's different kinds of low-income housing. The privately owned tax credit low-income buildings that make their own rules.
Yes, that's true. We have low income in Hillsborough County.
Yeah, but
means that it's based off of income. It's income-based apartments. So, for example, you could go to any apartment in Tampa and say, "Hey, are you a low-income property?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, we're income-based." You go there, you show your pay.
Ooh.
You can get right in as long as you don't have any evictions. They'll let you in. I don't know if this person has evictions or not.
So I mean, it just depends on.
Shut your fucking door.
You're looking for, but that's not meaning that income based is going to give you a $200 a month apartment. You're still going to be paying $1,200. It's not going to be like no $300. Yeah.
Yeah, Pop can't live with them. And that's the problem that he's having, is that he doesn't want his dad to leave and separate from him. He's got daddy issues. So he's never had his daddy in his life, and he's got fucking daddy issues. So he needs his daddy with him. And they'll give him a place and the girls, just not daddy.
Miami, you can hear me or...
I can hear you. Can they not hear you? I can hear you.
No, I can hear you.
So Amy said there's 400 people on the wait list for my building. People been on it for 9+ years. Exactly. I think that's how they do it here. Like, right. I'm sure it's to say, I don't think this person is just going to get in. Like, I don't believe it.
Team Easy Baby Duck is going to be hard to find train.
The HIV clinic, but
yeah.
Bro, even if you're getting assistance from the HIV clinic, they can't override a wait list that's 10 years long.
Oh,
even if you were priority.
I got my charger and I didn't plug it in.
They have a requirement.
I find that they come up with a bunch of excuses that they don't want to get on. Oh, like, why are they not working? Hey, Amy.
Hi. So, okay. Depending on the state, there are different kinds of low-income housing. So there is like HUD housing, which is the Section 8, and that's all government funded. And that's government ran everything. But then there are also private investors that, like, I don't work for the cleaning company anymore. Now I work for a low-income housing building. I'm the assistant manager there now. But it is a privately owned company that owns buildings that do tax credit and low-income housing. And it's a whole program that they do, that they apply, and they have to get on a wait list. Thank you, Miami. And then once you get on it, like Karma, like you said, you have to give your income, your social, all that stuff. Fine. And then you have to reapply every year and recertify and all that stuff. So the only way I can think, and now mine, like I work for a senior building, and where the one that I'm in, the wait list is closed, and there's 400 plus people on there. The one lady we're moving in, she applied 9 years ago.
Holy shit.
It's taken for her to get in.
I believe it, because here in Tampa, so we have Section 8 and we have low income. There are two different things. Yeah. We have the income, which is HUD, which is, income based. So depending on how much your pay is and what your hourly rate is and your family size, they determine what your monthly rent is going to be. But it's typically over $1,000. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody since before 2019 that's had rent under $1,000 in Tampa. I mean, back in 2019,
my team, he was very simple. But I was really lucky with him. That's why I don't want to have another one, because I know if I had Mr. Pickles spawn, oh my god.
Now, again,
no, I got really lucky with Bubba. He was a very good baby, very easy.
Rapid housing. That does not exist in Hillsborough. It doesn't matter which programs you're going through, because I even have programs that I work with my own situation. It doesn't matter what you have or who you're going through. That doesn't prioritize where you're at on the Section 8 list.
Can someone go over here and ask where this live stream is going to be posted? Because I asked over and over and over.
Being a possibility is if they were, like I said, if they were
Karma
a property
Goddess
that just rents to
or
people
Karma
that
in real life streamer.
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, no,
Can y'all ask where the live stream, where Tampa's live stream from today is? Because they said they were going to upload it, and I don't know which account.
Yep. They just opened it recently.
Thank you.
It was back like 2 weeks ago.
They ignore me.
I got an email that they opened it up for 4 bedrooms. But I don't even qualify for a 4-bedroom because I tried to push the issue. Literally, I went down to Section 8. I went to Tampa Housing Authority, pushed the fucking issue, and I said, yo, you guys have 4 bedrooms open. I've been on the Section 8 waiting list for more than 5 years. Let me get the 4-bedroom. They said I have to have a minimum of 8 people in my household to get a 4-bedroom. They said that no.
Oh my gosh.
You're going to stay on the list for 3 bedrooms. And that
you'd be screwed if he was a girl.
The list only opened
2 weeks ago for 30 minutes for a 4-bedroom, and I didn't qualify because they told me I had to have a minimum of
The
8
judge
people,
said
and it's
that?
2 heartbeats per room.
Yeah.
Two
It's
heartbeats
crazy.
per room.
That's what I was told.
Yeah, it's a lot. Like I had no idea how bad it was until I started working where I'm working now. But it's sad. I mean, I have
Tempted faith. Yeah.
I have seniors there. I had one lady walk in yesterday, and she's 90 years old, living in a motel, and and I had to tell her the wait list is closed, and it's terrible to say. I feel terrible, but there's nothing we can do.
Yeah, nobody moves once they get in.
Yeah,
Hell no.
And it's the same way all over Florida right now. We have seniors living in their cars, which is one of the big things that my mother in her county, she's in Volusia County, she pushes the issue. She constantly goes to her local city council meetings because there's many people in Volusia County, Florida, that are all seniors. They can't afford their medications. They can't do nothing. They can't afford housing in their office, so they're living off of SSI. And we all know that SSI isn't even a livable income. It's like $500, $600 a month.
Oh yeah,
and they all need Section 8, and they don't qualify.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, the building that I work for, it's actually really cool. They even have food pantries that come and deliver food twice a week, and they stock up the pantry, and it's like a community pantry where all the seniors can go down and get in, and then they give them toiletries and stuff like that, and they come down twice a week and get all their stuff. My building is lucky. They have a lot more resources from the community than a lot of other places do.
Yeah, it's the live stream from Tampa Homeless today describing about the dogs.
It's
saying they're going to dig up the dogs.
There's no way.
I guess ask where is the live stream where they said they're going to dig up the dogs?
Just like you.
No, they're prioritizing seniors right now.
Do that with the dog. I don't know how to say it TikTok words.
I have 4
fucking
kids.
That gross one. The gross live from today.
Section 8, and I've gone through every organization possible. I've gone through Metropolitan Ministries, Healthy Transitions. I've gone through every program in fucking Tampa, and every single one of them give me the same answer. With their rapid housing doesn't exist. And even if
they don't do that in America. America hates its people.
You literally just have to wait to be called by Tampa Housing Authority.
The government hates us.
To see, okay, where am I at in line? It says I'm 9,800th in line.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and we have a wait list, but then, according to HUD guidelines, there are certain things that will make people jump ahead on the list.
No, they don't.
So, you could be 50 on the list, and then something happened.
That's why they don't have hardly any people in there. It's annoying as fuck.
It just depends on the situation.
I hate that shit. Why do you have a live if you're not going to read everyone's comments? They're not even going very fast.
Already receiving disability are being prioritized. Seniors are being prioritized. And then they're going down to people that have children, like single mothers, with children, single fathers with children, and then they're moving down to people that are just by themselves with no children.
Pay for food, or you want me to pay for gas?
So to you, I've already paid. You're good.
Yeah, it's a rough situation. It definitely is.
Y'all got this. There's less than 100 people and they don't pay attention.
There's so much shit that's crazy.
Karma, I'll be playing the live on this account later.
Tell this dude, I'm like, bro.
All right, cool. You're gonna let this fucking transphobic,
just
bitch back. Oh my god.
What's that?
I said, do you think that it's possible to get ahead of everybody else? I mean that.
I told Karma, the only way that I would think that it's possible is if the
not
HIV
with the baby crying in the background.
Privately owned building that
Miami
prioritizes their patients. But I highly doubt that.
Miami is in Fort Myers, and she knows.
That would be the only thing that I would think is
she
possible.
Knows
because with
CPS
my building,
people,
I mean,
the head
we
CPS
set our
people.
own rules about prioritizing certain people and who gets to the top of the list. Everyone applies by the date, but there are certain things that will make them jump ahead. But we get to set those guidelines because we're privately owned.
Right.
go. That's the answer, Karma. Karma, you always got your cleavage taken away from the whole screen.
Miami, I don't think she could take her cleavage away. It's there no matter what.
It takes over the entire fucking screen. I know my fucking boobs are big. Jesus Christ. Don't worry, I got big cleavage too. Don't.
Yeah.
She doesn't even have big cleavage. You can barely even see it. What are you talking about?
It's just
You're weird, Miami. Please
it's
stop.
frustrating. That's it. Just frustrating.
But I'm telling you that that's
Pass
the
over
only
two
reason
cats
why
that
they're
live
not
in
taking
one
these kids
wing.
away is because they don't
Aw.
find that these kids are in immediate danger. They don't
That's
see
so
any
sweet.
physical evidence of them getting abused. They don't see any scratches, any marks.
That's not it. I'm telling you. Look at Gabriel. What's his name? Fernandez or Hernandez? I can't remember his last name, but Gabriel. Okay, that little boy was failed by the fucking system, and that was in Florida.
I said Florida, and someone said it was California. I think it's California.
It was fucking heartbreaking, bro.
There was one by my house too that it happened.
I
Oh,
was
gosh, I
corrected
forget
and
his
told it
name,
was in
but it happened
California.
in Illinois not too long ago.
Yeah, I know. There's so many, and especially children in Florida that are failed by the system. Like the other one, what's the girl's name?
Palmdale.
It's not Madeline. Madison. The one with the stepfather, and it was the same kind of weird shit. The
Kaylee
mother was like
Anthony is what
allowing her
I'm
daughter
thinking.
just like sleep in the bed with her boyfriend Stefan. Does anybody remember this? And this happened in Orlando. And in that situation, the system like fucking failed her. And look at what happened to her.
Yeah, the
Look
Canadians
at how that
are
situation.
lucky.
Yeah, Madeline.
When I
Soto,
retire, I'm
Madison.
gonna go move
That
to
happened in
Canada.
Orlando. Literally less than 30 minutes.
When I retire.
Yeah.
And
It
that
happens a lot.
terrible.
Yeah, it happens. It happens more often than it should, and it's sad because there are so many cases. I was just talking about this with someone yesterday. I'm like,
You would
can you
think
imagine
that,
being
Cassie.
a caseworker and being so overloaded that unfortunately you miss a visit or you have to delay a visit and something happens and you have to live with that for the rest of your life.
97,000 followers
I
and
would never wanna
91
be a
people in
DCM
there. They only
caseworker
acknowledge that
because
one
one,
person.
I couldn't
She has
handle
90.
that. Like,
I
some
think she-
people are built for
dude,
that.
I've
and they
never
have
even
the
seen
ability
her
to walk
before.
in these situations unjudgmentally and handle these kinds of things. Whereas I'm the
Yeah,
kind of person
right.
that cannot walk in those situations and be like,
Right.
And here's the thing: is
She bought those followers.
These caseworkers
Ain't no fucking
probably
way.
do know there's something wrong, but they're held to a legal standard that's so fucked up. There's nothing that they can do, and their hands are just tied.
Yep.
I really think that's the biggest problem is they do know something's wrong, like in their own heart, but legally there's nothing that they can do to remove certain children.
Yeah.
Exactly, Ben's mom.
And it ends up being fatal most of the time.
Oh yeah, when I was going through my divorce, there was a couple that because we did it virtually, and there was a couple that was always seen right before us, and the guy was.
Why does that
removed from
sound
the
kind of
house
like Brownie?
Because he was violent, and the mom had the restraining order against him.
Okay, now it
and,
doesn't.
6 months in, the mom was like,
For a
"I'd like
second
you
it
to
did.
Back in. I need help with the kids. We can, stay separate." And the judge kept asking her, "Are you sure? I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think this is a good idea." But she insisted, so the judge allowed it. Literally a week later, he unalived the kids, the wife, and her mother. And it was all over the news. And that judge got out of family law, and she's now a traffic court judge.
Oh, I'm sure.
I know a case in Connecticut where the guy was crazy like that, and he actually, the day of his divorce, pew-pewed the wife's attorney.
Wow.
And it's so sad because I'm like, I was there. I watched that judge. That judge pleaded with that lady, like, I do not recommend this, and then now.
Yeah, we're getting off topic. I'm going to restart real quick so that I can, I'm going to restart so that I can redo the video, or I can play the video from here. So I'm going to switch phones and, yeah, be right back.